Right.
And we're back. Smiles Invitational Finals match. Smiles University versus Charizard Club. What are your predictions, Rander?
Close series. I think SMU somehow takes it though in the last map.
So this is a best of 5. You calling a 3-2, 3-1?
Yep. I'm calling free too.
All right. We'll be here for a while then, folks. Probably getting started in the next couple minutes.
But mainly, I think SMU takes this. I like the support and tank lines for SMU. And I think Charizard barely wins DPS, but I think the SMU DPS will definitely keep up with Tanic and Shatter.
You mean the Charizard DPS will keep up with Tanic and Shatter?
No, I think Tanic and Shatter will keep up because I think Charizard might barely have an edge, but barely.
All right.
I think, though, tanks, it's definitely going to be SMU, especially if Pigeon comes in the later series. I think they know that Soundwave and Luke work together on the Brawl type of maps, like Lijiang Control Center.
Yeah.
And they sub in Pigeon for everything else, so I think that's fine.
Make sure
Good rotation.
you mark Pigeon as blue spec.
Oh yeah, I need to do that. But they sometimes sub in Trigger. I like the rotation that SMU does, because if you watch the later series, Trigger started over Cheddar for some maps, so it works.
All right. And we have a 2 minutes call out from, looks like, Charizard.
Basically, Triggered is like SMU's Cal, basically, where he just plays everything.
All right.
Every team needs one. Right?
And we're back.
He plays support. He plays DPS. They're probably gonna play. He's probably gonna play tank for all we know at this point.
Scuff stream. I accidentally had the audio of my stream unmuted. 90 seconds delayed, so you hear it. And we're back twice. But
nice.
If it was unclear, we are actually back. Why is Stewie in the lobby?
Because Stewie's a coach for. Oh, I got opponent spec rep, but he's a coach.
That's funny.
Look, literally, Charizard's basically has 2 Smilish coaches. Lol.
Vegetal and
Stewie, yeah. And Tyrannosaurus player.
I don't know how good of a coach Stewie would be, but Vegetal's pretty clear-headed, understands a lot.
I think Stewie would just make a bunch of meme comps.
Yep. That's what I would expect too. And they ran some meme comps in the last game.
Yep.
We have Reddy coming out from Colby.
I'm waiting on
SMU has said Reddy a couple times and just reconfirm.
They are. DP said not R though, so that's why I'm saying that. So DP say NR. Okay, there we go.
Alright. And we're headed into the first map, which is, for the 3rd time in a row, we've been tuning in the stream all day, Lijiang Tower.
We just casted Lijiang. At least us as a duo casting has always casted Lijiang.
Yeah. Like I said last time, if you were paying attention, it's a pretty good map. It's got some variance in what comps you can run. So.
Well, the thing that's going to be interesting is now you can formulate a strategy because everybody's choosing Lijiang, and you can just shoot, well, let's just not choose Lijiang.
Alright, make sure you start up the lobby here, and we're good.
Yep. I'm using kilo settings, so don't. No.
Alright, and on the blue side, we've got Smilers University, and on the red side, again, we've got Charizard Club. Charizard Club coming out of a pretty strong match that we just casted, so I'm excited to see what they can pull off here against Smilers University, who's also been having quite a run of it in this tournament.
I think the reason I predicted SMU is because they had a harder bracket, and I think the tanks and supports are way better, even though like the DPS of Charizard are really good. I do think like Epic and JCK aren't a bad tank line, but I do like Soundwave on the main tank over Epic a lot.
Yeah. I did really like watching JCK in the last match we casted, but I have personally played against Spooky Lukey, and he's quite good. Never played against Soundwave though.
Soundwave was projected to go top 3 in Toker no matter what, and he joined Community Snowball Cup late, and everybody was already thinking he was the best main tank, so he has a lot of hype around him.
I really hope he doesn't go Winston here. Alright, back on the Rhine. And we're going to see double shield coming out from Charizard Club. We saw that last time we casted Lijiang. And Smiles University has been running Rhine Zarya a lot today. So, unsurprising for both comps. Other than the tank line, though, mirror match. No Symmetras this time. Just going to be some good brawl. JC is going to get an early pick onto Tanic. And that's going to be very, very bad. You see the wall actually separating off Soundwave. Soundwave diving very quickly. And I don't know what Smilers University is going to do here. They need Cheddar to just pop off, but unable to. 6-man on 3, not going to work out in their favor.
I don't like the idea of not doing a sim TP. Like at least like you don't need to like teleport on high ground. You could have used it to just say, hey, we had the option.
Yeah.
Or to get a spawn quicker. But now it's alright to go May Reaper.
And Tank B is going to fall early again. It's not looking good for Smilers here. The wall's going to stop them from getting out, but it doesn't look like they wanted to anyway. Soundwave going to get frozen, taken down by JCK and Colby, and that's another fight loss. Cheddar's actually stuck in the back line now. Gets one pick along with Copy Dog, but Cheddar will fall, gets staggered there. Both teams without a Reaper, and we're going to see a very aggressive push forward to take out Lukey, take out his charge. All right.
And
want to amend any of your predictions?
My predictions are going very right that the DPS would outnumber SMUs, but I did predict that SMU will eventually adapt. Like, we'll take the series. But,
Jolt building. All right, Tannic B finally doesn't get picked first here. Lives in Brick. And the Blitz is going to come out actually from Jolt, and that's going to clean up 2 members of SMU already. Looking at a very dangerous spot here, about to get boofed off. Actually tries to run back up the stairs, dies anyways.
It's very much Tannic losing the duel the Jolt, because Tannic dying first is giving Jolt the ult economy.
Yeah, Tannic dying first a lot, and that time didn't die first, but was caught out and forced Smiler's hand there. They kind of had to go in. Tannic ran out of resources trying to survive, and the Blizzard sealed the deal. Colby forced off high ground by Cheddar. And we're going to see a lot of ults in play here in the next couple seconds. And unfortunately for Smilers, looks like they're going to get Flux right here at the gate. Good beat from Adifi though, built it in time, but they're going to fall right onto the Reaper ult. And man, this has been really, really clean for Charizard Club.
It just shows like the small mistakes of the DPS on SMU really meant a lot to this type of round.
Yeah, they were able to just solidly hold choke for a while. They capitalized on mistakes. They staggered their ults well enough that they, used one the fight, used another, won the next fight. We're going to see some stall on point here. Soundwave on the ball, going to die fairly quickly. Nothing to really spin around at this point. So we're going to have Tannic up on the Pharah. And also going to die quickly. Wall coming out, trying to stop Copy from getting a point. A good boop, and that will be the end of the first round.
I think Tannic and Cheddar just dying early really costed Smilers just this round because
and they weren't able to get any openings. Like they used ults and maybe they got 1 pick, but at the time they got the 1 pick, they lost 1, they lost 2, they lost 3. I really think they should have tried to swap DPS or tanks or something there because what they were trying just wasn't working.
That's why I said originally they should have gone Sim just to get the point
and
then switch eventually. But that just gives up a huge positional advantage.
Alright, we see Tannic on Pharah now? I'm interested to see what they swap to. We'll have Super
I think
Monkey Ball
DP's
as well.
going to speed them out and then switch to Mercy.
Alright.
I don't think they're going to run Lucio Ana. There's no way with Pharah.
Yeah. We have another Pharmacy. Jolt actually showed a lot of Pharah power in the last match we casted, so I'm interested to see the Pharah 1v1 here, how it plays out. We don't have a hit scan to counter on either side. Colby's on the Hanzo, which can do some damage. Cheddar probably not going to get a lot of value fighting a Pharah, though, with the Doomfist.
I think he's just mainly going to deal with their tanks and Hanzo.
Yeah. JCK getting naded there and just no support, get punched by Cheddar. Colby will take out Tannic in the meantime, and Adifi's also going to fall. And Colby very, very low, going to take it down by Cheddar's Doomfist. It's a slobber knocker of a fight, though. It appears to be going in favor of Smilers University to start. Cheddar trying to fight the Pharah, actually, on the Doomfist. Drops dangerously low, has to go back to point. Meanwhile, big swing in favor of Charizard Club. Still gonna take out Cheddar. JCK gonna take out Gangster, and we still got a pretty we got a pretty rough fight on point. Adifi's gonna get off the res, gonna die shortly after though, and I don't really know how to call it. Both teams are losing people left and right, but the spawns are coming back in. Both teams have very fast tanks who are getting to point. In the end, goes in favor of Charizard Club.
Yeah, it's very much the Charizard DPS just doing a lot for them, and I think JCK and Epic are keeping up with Soundwave and Luke, which is also helping out. So yeah, that's good for them if the DPS keeps popping.
We haven't seen enough tank synergy from SMU to come out to counter the basically raw skill. Although we do see Spooky just stop the Defi's res. The Defi gonna fall down as well, but in the meantime, Jolt is dead. Epic Shot getting a boop kill on the Ana. I heard that, but didn't see it. Colby very, very low on the creep. Probably needs to go get a health pack. In the meantime, his
It's
team's
Blue
cleaning
City.
up on point.
Blue City for both Winstons, both
Yeah.
honest fall.
All right. And we got ourselves a match. SMU. All right, Sunday is going to drop and reset. You've got a lot of ults coming online here for Smilers, but they're going into basically 5 ults from Charizard. So, I don't expect a good fight to come out of this.
Really do think that Tanagi needs to hit a huge barrage, because look at the ults that Charizard has.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
And we've settled once again on a mirror match. I think that's Charizard just calling out that they've been performing better on individual skill, so can't be out strategy if they're running the same thing. High Noon takes Cheddar, but
Huge.
big swing in favor of
Smiles.
Smiles University. They're up 2 now with the res on the Cheddar. Good flashbang. Cheddar's also going to take out Colby, but Suki dies in the meantime. Barrage coming out. Tanic B doesn't pick anybody individually, but Cheddar's still finishing off some kills. That looks like a clean cap for Smiles University. Although Copy Dog dies late. A little bad. Equi might die here alone. Nobody to jump to. Sandwich is going to easily take that pick.
Most supports are down. That's huge for SMU, because
Yeah.
Copy was staggered, so they staggered their supports.
Yeah, and they've actually got a pretty big ult advantage here, although some ults coming online for Charizard as well. The bad news is if they lose, they're in last fight territory.
However, they do have an ult economy, so they could, if they play their cards right, potentially just hold the point forever.
Yeah, I really want to see a high value, high noon from Cheddar to really pressure down the pharmacy, if not kill them. Otherwise, Jolt could get a high value barrage and end this before it starts. Jolt going to take out Tanic to start the fight. Not good. Although Cheddar retaliates, so we're having an even fight. Copy dove by the tanks from Charizard.
He nanoed the DP again on accident. That's the second time he's done in the tournament.
Well, Adifi's Valked right now, right?
Yeah.
Could be a real play. Now, we'll see Nano JCK on the Monkey, wreaking havoc on the supports, maybe taking out... Yeah, takes out Adifi's Mercy. Tank can be up in the air, getting dove by tanks again. And Jolt's finally going to unleash Barrage, getting 3. That's a really, really big play that they needed. Spooky Wiki dies, last on point, and it's going to be a turnover here for Charizard Club. 20% left on the clock. SMU can definitely mount a good offense here. They've got time, they've got ults. They just need to utilize
Charizard
them
has
well.
no ult. Charizard has no ult, so they could take this and they just get a crucial pick.
Yep. Tanic B needs to find a place to put that barrage without dying.
Sound like they'll pop the problem to try to touch.
Probably the problem to hopefully make some space. Soundwave pushing somebody off. Gets nobody. Soundwave actually dropping really low in the primal. Tanic B gets 1 but dies after that in barrage. And Jolt popping off. Not able to catch it on camera. But
It's still winnable. The SMU's only down 1, now they're down 2.
down 2. And they are low on healing now. Copy Dog doing the best they can. But also down. No healing for Soundwave. Just tanks dying on point. And I don't see them coming back from that. Alright.
We're gonna have a series, I feel.
Definitely gonna have a series. Charizard Club taking map 1 2-0, although pretty close on both rounds.
I really do think it's gonna come down to Tanic and Cheddar keeping up with Colby and Joel. That's what they're... I think Salad and Luke are doing an okay job going back and forth with Epic and JCK, and the supports are doing back and forth. It's just really gonna come down to this. So we'll see if SMU comes in with some subs. They usually sometimes do. They usually sometimes sub in Pigeon. They usually sometimes sub in Triggered on any type of role. Basically, Trigger can play anything. Hell, they might even sub in Reborn for all we know. Reborn hasn't played. Yep, and Triggered and Pigeon are coming in like I predicted. That they usually sub in their flexes. And what map does SMU want?
Yeah. If you're unfamiliar with the rules, just tuning in for the finals. This will be a best of 5. Losers picking the map, and we'll see whether Smiles University wants to run hybrid, control, could run payload as well.
I do want to see a hybrid pick coming out from SMU, knowing the lineup they're gonna have in.
Yeah. Could see Kings Row again.
Yeah, I think with Pigeon and Trigger coming in, but Trigger being a hyperflex and Pigeon being one of their more flexible off tanks compared to Luke. Luke's mainly known for the Zarya. They're go for more flex. So I think a good hybrid would be fine for them because you can run a lot of things to hybrid.
Yeah.
And they chose Hanamura as their map, and now Charizard said they're waiting for the map pick to debate subs. So there's Hanamura.
Yeah, I mean, SMU took. If you were watching the Neo Mikan stream, you'll see in Smiles, you actually won Hanamura to get here, so they played their first round.
Tyranitar's gonna come in for King.
All right. I wonder if that means they're running.
Probably gonna put in BAP because Tyranitar is known mainly for his BAP.
Interesting.
At least for Snowball, he's known for his BAP. I think they're doing that so they can play I could have mispronounced whatever Ikwu on the flex support. I'm gonna say that name so long. Morale pick, whatever. Ikwu, whatever. Bruh, Lethal's friend. There you go, Pogchap. Let's go. Let's go.
And we're just waiting for readies from the captains of both teams, and we'll get started
and
with.
They're ready.
Now too. All right.
The PTR bug where entering game takes forever.
Yeah.
Traveling to Hanamura.
And looks like that. And it restarted for some reason. Okay.
Traveling
Okay.
to Hanamura. Initiating match.
But that's all. I don't know why it restarted, but it did.
I messed it up.
Hopefully I don't pull a Bob Ross and restart mid-map.
All right. Do you expect to see Bunker coming out here from either team?
Knowing SMU, they have Tanic and Trigger in. They both can play far really well. They have Pigeon in, who's really good for player known for Sigma. He might be busting out. A troll comp. I do not think this is the comp they're running. If it is, I'm scared.
Monkey does have, I think, the second highest HP shield.
They're doing it.
All right, guys. You're already down 1-0.
This is where the wacky shit comes out. I think this is a comp Pigeon and I were talking about. We were coming up with joke comps, and I think this is the comp he was talking about. Yeah, it's Selfish, aka the remake of Selfless, but a meme comp. Selfish, God. They're actually coming out with it.
All right. Let's see how well it goes for them. We have triggered up on the legs, gets a few shots in, and then runs. You see Super Monkey Ball Dive coming out pretty hard from Charizard Club here, and they've got Sombra. So maybe they're actually expecting a bunker comp of some kind. Sombra with Nano Blades, pretty good at dealing with those.
Good
probably gonna get
comp,
slapped.
that copy.
Yeah, probably gonna leave immediately though with the Sombra teleporter.
Oh, huge pick by Pigeon onto the Mercy.
Yeah, great hook coming out, and
Tanic's hacked. They could pick off Tanic here, and they don't. He gets the health back.
I mean, Jolt gonna die here too, and Epic Shock dies right in the back line, almost gets his health back.
It looks like Selfish is working, aka Burmald as well.
Alright, and I have no idea what to spectate here, except Soundwave just jumping straight and hitting his head right on the face of that wall. But everybody's very split off here on the side of SMU. And Pigeon just dying on the hog in the back line. Let's see what Soundwave tries to do here. Doesn't get much value on the monkey. I personally don't. Alright. Let's see what they can do. They were up one, but unfortunately Jolt's gonna fall to Tanic right in the gate. Tangami missed his stick. And aggression coming out from SMU now.
The thing that interested me is that Colby's sticking onto the Sombra, even though they have a Tracer, Soldier, and a Monkey.
That's a good point.
I don't think a Sombra's needed.
Maybe they are 72 to EMP, which will be extremely useful for taking this point. But they're gonna aggress on here now. Triggered pulls out Visor, immediately killed though by Jolt's Doomfist. Even fight though as Pigeon takes out JCK. Good ult usage.
I can't
from
believe
Pigeon.
that Selfish is working against Charizard out of all the teams.
Jolt slapped in the backline, getting it staggered hard here. CC'd out of his mind.
They could have waited longer for that stagger.
They could have.
Unless Copy freaking like slept them earlier than I thought. Because of the cooldown.
The only ult available for Smilers right now is Copy Dog's Nano, and they're going to be going into a lot of ults soon from Charizard.
I would just nail
EMP.
Soundwave and hope it works.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what they do. Somebody's going to try and get some early picks here, but the EMP is still on the table for Charizard. They just need to get in position. Epic Shot going to fall early though. Maybe going to back off here. Colby though. Oh, all right. Just removes and
it looks like Charizard's literally just saving all of their ults, hoping.
Yeah, they did use Coalescence there.
And Tanic got
not a lot of value.
I think the reason they subbed in Triggered is for the Soldier, because Triggered, ironically, his first main was Soldier.
Alright, Colby again, probably going to be fishing for this EMP. They may be waiting for also Flux to come online in a couple percent, but they've got every tool available to them, and SMU has not been preserving ults. They're going to get probably Primal and maybe Brig ult for this, but Flux is going to come out only on the Soundwave. They don't only focus Soundwave down either though, but EMP is going to get hit a bunch here. 4 people hacked.
It's still winnable for SMU, which is shocking. Here comes the rally.
Yeah, Primal as well. Although more and more picks coming, yeah. Adifi going to die on point as well. No healing for Smilers. Pigeon getting rocked and punched into a wall. Alright. The save 5 ults and win strategy paying off very well here for Charizard. Unfortunately, it took
huge pick on the Tyranitar though.
Yeah, JCK picking his teammate Tyranitar by walking right into him with the pulse bomb.
I think they just saved 5 ults because they're running into a comp that nobody's like really seeing much.
Yeah, and they're into a comp that like is playing very split and doesn't have a lot of synergy, almost intentionally. So, ultra to your advantage in that situation.
It's very much for the Soldier to have a sight line and Tanic go into the back line with the Monkey, while everybody else could self-sustain.
Yeah, and Pigeon kind of picks off if you try and do anything dumb.
Yeah, that's why I think it's working, because the Soundwave and Tanic going off on the flank, so it makes space for Triggered. And then
we're coming up. Epic Shot gonna just play shield aggressively on high ground. Triggered, walled off, just jumps down, and Soundwave for some reason jumps up there just to die. Not a great start here for Smilers.
Yeah, the May Reaper hard counters the comp though, because it can just freeze off the sustain.
Yep. And we have Tanic just fighting a 1v1 up here, not contesting point. And 2 minutes on the clock for Charizard. Good cap.
Yeah, the main reason that comp got counters because they made a really good swap onto May Reaper. May Reaper really hard counters that comp they're running because they can't self-sustain because of the frozen.
Yep. Alright. Although, still one over for Smilers. 2 minutes on the clock. Very respectful for Charizard. Even if Smilers caps are going to have another good run of it. What do you expect to see here on defense from Charizard Club?
Defense probably the meta. Like, honestly, like the last meta with Orisa, they always tend to just stick to their meta picks, mainly. They don't like to go off the meta, like, because we don't know if this meta will stay.
That's true.
Of the patch. So, I think they're just playing it safe. So, knowing them, they're probably going to run a meta with a May, at least. Like, a May is going to be huge for them, because they like to abuse walls a lot.
Yeah. We see, we don't see meta yet. We see Pharah and May together, which is not a common combo.
It's kind of meta. They're running a bunker version of it, a very super bunker version.
Yeah, bunker plus Pharah, essentially.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see Goats 2 basically come out from the side of SMU. feels like a comfort fit for them. They've run a lot of Rein Zarya and a lot of Mei Reaper, so they don't seem to be as comfortable on the kind of new style double shield.
They run the 2-2-2 version that goes basically a lot.
Yep. And we're done pod racing on stream. We're gonna see the defense set up here from Charizard.
1.
Jolt up on high ground, probably gonna get some early ult charge here.
Defend objective A.
Nothing too impressive coming. The bad news for Smiles is though they don't have a lot that can shoot up into the air against Jolt. Maybe May can fire off some icicles, but that's kind of it. Trigger's gonna TP up onto the gate, get a shot off, but they're gonna face a lot of pressure from this Pharah. Sunwave jumping in quick. Maywall's gonna come in though and separate off a little bit. Sunwave in a good spot. Colby separated off heavily here. Immortality Heal is gonna come out, Brick's gonna come out, but I do not see Colby getting out of this. Oh, Tandix Maywall does not land there, and Soundwave stuck off in the front. Getting enough healing, and Pigeon will take out Jolt. Soundwave also down though. It's still an even fight in numbers, but Jolt is res, and now SMU is on the back foot.
The reason Colby got out is, like I said, Tyranitar's known for Baptiste, and that lamp really did save his life.
It did. Some great plays from the tank line as well, like pressuring people. Oh, Soundwave gonna get walled and actually drops down from the wall. They're gonna break the wall. Very, very good coordination to break the centerpiece of that wall and probably save Soundwave's life. They'll take out Colby and rush in forward. Defi putting speed on, getting people to point, although they split off on their way to point and makes them a little bit susceptible to Jolt's barrage. Tana gonna be taken out by that, but Jolt as well will die. Still even numbers on point, although Soundwave and Pigeon are now down, and this looks like a good fight for Charizard again, despite the messiness of it. And we're seeing some ults build up. We saw Bongo and Barrage and Valk thrown out from Charizard there as they kind of had to clutch onto the point. But they're holding on to Flux here, which is very, very useful in this choke. Jolt ready in the backline already.
They need to force out the Flux if they want to win, because they have Shatter and Grab and Blizzard. They really do.
They do have beat to counter the Flux though.
That's real.
So DV been actually really good at holding on to beat. We saw some other teams that were just getting rolled by Flux over and over again because they never had beat up. Blizzard's gonna come out. Epic Shock's up in the middle. They're gonna put out the lamp. Lamp dies very quickly. Very, very good Flux coming out. Beat counters. Soundwave stuck on high ground actually, and will land a really big shatter, but most of his team was being beat up in that Blizzard at the same time. Just copy dog Soundwave and Pigeon on point here, doing the best they can. Soundwave's gonna fall, and it's just Pigeon alone, 1v2. Gonna grab Epic Shock?
He's trying to force the issue. He trades. They could speed onto point and try to miracle push this.
Yeah, they've got 3 here. 2 DPS and a Lucio. That's enough to take down Sigma easily.
That's a perfect grab by Pigeon then. That's really smart.
Alright.
If Pigeon doesn't do that play, they don't win this fight. So that was actually really smart.
Jolt's gonna come in on the far, see if they can get a last ditch attempt. And we've got, Tyranitar just, booping around on point. I don't think Charizard will have much of a fight to put up here, but they can definitely poke some. Trigger already over on the side on Reaper, needs to be careful not to get booped by Jolt. Alright. Good fight coming out from Smilers. Chaotic as was. And we're sticking the same comp on the side of Charizard. They got a couple of ults coming up relatively soon. Bongo can probably build them a new Flux, and Valk will be there soon as well.
They need a hard counter just Barrage if they want to have a chance of winning this.
Yeah, they have 3 minutes on the clock. They need to counter the barrage if they want a chance of winning in time at least.
Yeah, there you go.
Good flashbang separates off the Mercy, but the barrage gets a lot of value here. That's 4 kills for Jolt, and that fight is over before it started. Tanic will take out Heckley on the Mercy.
He took that too before he dies.
It's still a stagger though. The spawns are going to come in real soon for Charizard. Alright, 3 minutes left on the clock for Smilers. They probably need a dry push here to build ults.
Why do you think teams struggle on first point so much and then they do okay on second point? That's what I want to know. Because the times.
First point choke is just miserable. So if you're running a comp that has if you're running a comp or you're running, just a roster that doesn't have enough communication to get through the choke, especially against a Mei or some kind of bunker, it can be really hard. But there's a few more options on second point that can afford either some flexibility or, just the role of 2CP kind of snowballing. That's what we saw mostly from Charizard, is they snowballed it. Tank B gonna fall early, make this fight probably a non-issue for Charizard, but Smiler's U still trying to come in. They'll use the Flux to make sure this fight is over. Trigger gonna fall, Charizard U back into a corner. Not enough damage though coming in. Soundwave's gonna charge out, hopefully with his life. Accidentally charges off the map. Pigeon's gonna get a late kill onto Jolt there, but probably nothing else gonna come of it. Actually, a good hook from Pigeon. Pigeon's been off and on this hog, kind of just punishing people who are overextended.
Next fight is gonna be sloppy again, just because of ults.
Yeah, I mean, Smilers has 6 ults. That's what I guess they were waiting for here. But definitely plenty to counter on the side of Charizard as well. Jolt dropping a little bit low, has to get out of here. And we're going to see the high noon from Tannic. Doesn't get enough value, has to drop really low. Soundwave going to pick up Tyrantron in the meantime, and huge shatter coming out. Gets everybody but Epic Shocks Orisa, and I missed the entire fight.
And that was just every Q in the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's all Smilers needed. They're going to have to pick up Jolt real quick here, but not really an issue. Still, time in favor of Charizard. They've got an extra minute on the clock.
Score 2-2.
Now, I don't feel like SMU is going to run selfish again, because the counter to that is May Reaper, basically. Because that's just self-sustain.
To their credit, it did get them, like, it held for probably 2.5, 3 minutes there. Until, you know, ults ran into their face.
Yeah, but knowing Charizard, they probably just found the counter, at least. Yeah. That works for them. Oh, yes, they're pulling it out. The favorite signature Torbjorn on attack.
Is this Smiler's throw strat? Have they inherited it from the original Smilers to the new Smilers University team?
Dude, they have excellent professors, I'll have you know.
We're gonna go pod racing. Let's see what Smilers has in favor. Arista Hog.
I was a professor for a very short time, and then I had to leave because of my duties as staff. But they're learning very well. They learn.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Ironically, Charizard Club is the team with the most actual Smilers in the game right now.
That's actually kind of true.
With Jolt and Tyranitar. Slurp not gonna get a lot of value. Hook also thrown out, doesn't hit. Let's see who can win the poke war here to start. Pigeon taking a little bit of poke damage. I think Tanic's gonna get a lot of value on the far. You see Equi also just very, very low in the corner. Has to wait to get held up, but Jolt's gonna take out Tanic on the May. Impressive. Tanic can get res though. In the meantime though, while the res is happening, Soundwave dies.
I think they're hoping for Tanic to build a barrage and team wipe, because that's the hope at this point.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of time on the clock. Tanic could definitely build it at the current rate, but nobody else is going to have much except maybe Copy Dog's Nano. And Tanic dies again to Jolt. Some big icicles coming out. I don't know if they can res that one either. Colby will get taken out. And it's an even fight now, so maybe Smilers just goes in. They've only got 18 seconds left to touch point. There's the Nano onto Pigeon. No ult available, so just going to be right clicks and left clicks.
They need the touch. They need someone to get there.
Good freeze kind of negating that Nano. Sandwave is going to be the person who looks like trying to touch. Just walking in though, the wall's going to make that very difficult. Flux comes out as well, and nobody can touch. Good ult usage from Charizard there. Good ability usage stopping people from being able to touch the point. And that could have gone very differently if they had an extra 2 seconds on the clock.
If they had 2 seconds, they take the point. For sure. But those 2 seconds, they already had the picks, SMU. They had like 3 picks up. There's no way they don't take the point. That was a huge wall and all. Basically, that gets them. The thing is, this could honestly go to a draw, because
yeah,
the
because
amount of
2CP.
yeah.
Ready for battle.
Alright, now we have the patented Smiler's throw strat. With Tanic B on the Torbjorn.
I mean, this is basically Clockwork Vendetta, but with copy on map. And I do not like. I'm sorry, I have to say, I do not like a DP on Zed. I just don't.
Yeah.
Just straight up being teammates with the man. I know. Just don't pull it out, please.
Zenyatta just It's hard to get value with the current meta unless you're just Jonak.
No, it's not even that the value of the pick. It's just a defe's on it. That's literally the only reason. Like, you can put anybody else, you can put Tyranitar and I'll be fine with it.
And we've got Copy Dog on the map. They don't do the patented Smiler's throw strat. They're saving that for map 3 as is tradition. Tannic B's going to be on the Hanzo, which we've seen a lot of Hanzo today, actually. It's been working out well for some teams. Good pull coming in, although Pidgey can't get any value from it at that distance.
Hanzo provides a good shield break and it can one-shot. That's why Hanzo's ran a lot.
That's a great hook, actually. We'll take Tyranitar and probably buy them 20-30 seconds here. You'll see Charizard backing off, maybe still trying to get a little bit of poke damage, but playing it safe. Jolt's on the Symmetra, so they're still looking for a TP strat, but I think at this point, Smiles has to be aware of it and planning a counter. It's unfortunate they're not running an Ana, because Ana's a super, super good counter to the TP strat.
Honestly, I think that copy on Ana would have been huge.
Well, the Tyranitar is going to fall
Making
again
a good
early.
spam pick.
Good TP on the point. They need to touch right now before that ticks down. They only have 1 tick. And on the way in, they're going to lose 2. Not looking good. 3 down for Smilers. They need picks right now, but there's nobody there to get them, and that will be the game in favor of Charizard Club. Up 2-0.
Very much seems that they weren't ready for the TP strat for some reason.
They really weren't. And
Like, even though they saw it, they should have known it was out by then.
Yeah, they could have predicted it like early on in the game and picked for it, but even after that, they didn't play anybody on point. Their rush back to point to stop the cap was pretty sloppy, and that's kind of what cost them the fight there.
Like, they got an early pick, and they shouldn't be able to hit tab and see the comp, so I didn't know why they didn't expect the TP coming out.
And OBS is once again terrible. All right, and we're headed on to map 3, which, if Smilers doesn't get their act together, will be the final map of this tournament.
They did. Charizard made some subs. They subbed out Epic for Yan, and they subbed out their support player for Kang.
All right, sounds reasonable. I don't know their reasoning, but they're up 2-0, so they've obviously been making some correct decisions.
I mean, it could be overconfidence, and then that could cost them the map.
That's true. I mean, they could also just be trying to get people playtime now that they're up 2-0, but we'll see. We'll see how these new substitutions perform. Any speculation on what the map type or map pick will be from Smilers here?
I feel like King Trail. I feel like it will be.
That's fair. Plays nicely into their Rhyme Zarya preference.
Everybody chooses King's Row. Everybody chooses Lijiang. So, I mean, I would not be shocked.
And we're going back into map 3 hybrid, and it will be Kings Row, Smilers University, picking a map probably favoring their Ryan Zarya compositions. What do you think of this?
I think it's smart, but they're going to have to pull out a miracle because they need to win this map, and then they need to beat Charizard's map pick.
They need to beat it twice too.
Yeah.
So they need to not just win, they need to win and build some confidence or build some
Apparently they
strategies.
weren't ready, and they won a sub. My bad. I thought they
All right.
said ready. So I'll just sub in Darth for JCK, which is fine.
Alright.
Boom.
We haven't gone into the game on stream yet, so we're good.
Yeah. Because it was hero select anyway, so I don't think it's gonna be a big deal since nobody selected heroes at all.
No.
Ready for battle.
Alright, we're back in. Everybody ready? Everybody swapped in? We're on Kings Row. My favorite map of the, tournament of Kings Row.
I was always in the map pool and then had the highest map pick rate.
This was, in an era when Goats was very popular. Kings Row known for Goats lineups. We're going to take a good pod race through the map so you can get familiar. It is a hybrid map if you've never played Overwatch before, which would be weird, and I don't know why you're watching the stream.
Yeah, I'm entertained. I want to see the young up-and-comers.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, we're going to have kind of a bunker composition coming out for Smilers U, although they're running Brig, which is something you don't really see a lot, at least on the old patch. Trigger waiting for a Maywall here, gets 3 separated off pretty good, although Darth Gamer gets a nice bubble, and they're going to take out Triggered before Darth Gamer can fall. And TF slept in the backline as well, that's going to be disastrous for them, and good start for Charizard. They might need to wait for some numbers here, but they've got a really big spawn advantage. And that's going to be Tyranitar coming out real quick on the Lucio, while Darth Gamer is pressuring them back. Soundwave dropping really low, I don't think he's going to live, and that's first point.
Well, SMU actually switched to Ryan Zar. I think they should. They need to play to their strengths. I don't know why they would want to switch that off, but up to them.
Yeah, that just went bad in numerous ways. They weren't really ready for kind of any of the visioning that happened. Like the Maywall came out, they weren't able to capitalize as much as they wanted to. People were slept in the back line. It was a pretty rough first point. Let's see if they can get anything here going. They're in a 5v6 because somebody's forced on the payload, and they're going to use pretty fast flux here. Nobody dies, but 2 kills immediately afterwards for the damage. And we're going to see Jolt trying to get a hero on the Genji. Dodges the rock, stuck in the corner though, and will die. Trigger falls in the meantime. I think it's okay. They'll be able to hold choke here, and Trigger can get back pretty quickly in the Doomfist. Trigger actually swapping over to the Widow. Yeah. I'm excited to see it, although they're about to play into a Nano Blade, which Double Sniper is not known for countering.
They do
Nano
pick
Blade's
off
coming out,
too.
and the Shatter's gonna definitely seal the deal on that one. There's some good picks at the start of that fight, from Tanic B's Dragon associated follow-up, but it was not enough to counter Nano Blade Shatter. And despite the triple ult investment, we're coming up on 3 more ults for Charizard, which would be enough to probably get them through this point, considering there's only 2 support ults available to counter, and they're not the good kind, like Zen and Lucio.
Yeah, they're very much known for offensive purposes,
Yeah.
not very defensive. Well, you could use Bat Square defensive to heal.
They need to use Bap ult here in a huge clutch way, or this fight's not going to go well for them. Grab's going to come in. Lamp comes out.
They need a touch too. There you go.
Yeah. They decide not to use Vap ult. Copy Dog will use Nano here to... I don't even know if they hit. They hit... Soundwave. Alright. Nano Bongo Orisa, pretty strong, I guess. Y'all needs to get out of here with whatever charge they have left. Tyranitar will help get that along. Alright, so good stabilization by Smilers. What went wrong there, even though they had multiple ults for Charizard?
Probably the fact that they botched the graph mainly, which is your biggest win condition with the lamp, and that's gonna cost you a fight mainly because if you're relying on one ult to win it, it's not gonna work like that if you have a hard counter.
Good pick by Tanic on the Colby. Didn't actually see it. That was a reasonable window from a Defi. Buys them a lot of time, so I always have to just lose the sight lines and get back. They're up one now, though.
SM definitely needs to hold to at least under a minute, on this point, if they really want to have a good shot of not making them cap third.
Yeah, third is easier to hold here, but just too much time if you have 3-4 minutes on the clock to build ults and just roll.
Yeah.
It's a good flux again coming out from Pigeon. Beat will counter. And Shatter comes out actually from Darth. Takes out one. Takes out two. Still a close fight. There's 3 up. Nope. It was just Tanks and Widow left. And Widow can clutch out a fight, but you've got to start hitting headshots soon. Trigger's still there. Takes out Tyranitar and will contest point for an extra 2 seconds.
And they're gonna have like 3 minutes on the clock. Yeah. They really need to get a hold going on. Or just get out of hand.
Yeah, I would like to actually, even though they have the ults up, see them swap off double sniper very, very soon into a comp that can stall or hold corners more effectively. They've had double sniper for a while now, and they've gotten kills, but they haven't gotten fights.
I think May Reaper, the thing they're running earlier, would be valuable here.
Definitely. 2 picks coming out from the snipers that I was just roasting, so that's a good start. But Jolt will take out Triggered. Jolt and Colby kind of in the backline now. Jolt's gonna fall, Colby's gonna fall. And Jan's just going to try and run away with Zarya charge. Tyranitar also getting out. Ooh. I'm dropping really low there. Alright. Well, Smilers have taken 45 seconds off the clock, but 4 ults are available for Charizard Club, and they're going to throw out the Nano Blade right here. No Nano. Alright.
Just Blade.
Yeah, that could have cost them the fight there. Nano could have been really valuable keeping Jolt up there. But they're going to Nano Ryan. Yeah. And no charge available from Darth. Gets slept anyways. But Smiles is forced into a corner here, into a grab. Dragon will take out Darth Gamer, but a counter Dragon is going to hit the grab, and that's a huge 3k. Unfortunately, the remaining members of Charizard Club might not be enough to see out this point, especially with respawns coming in.
It'll be nicer to get him to a minute. If not, Soundwave's gonna try to stall.
Huge my god. Colby, come on. You could have dodged that.
It's mud truck hours, boy. And
a Defi with a good window here, able to keep his team very well healed up.
And then Jan gets booped.
Still a lot of kills coming out. Jolt popping off in the backline here. Nobody focusing him on keeping him up. Could kill Soundwave here. Has a chance against Triggered. They'll decide to get out and regroup, which is smart. Jolt.
That was kind of epic coming from Soundwave, that charge.
Yeah.
They still had to stall. That was so.
So they have Shatter and Nano Blade coming up, which might be enough to cap here. And I'm interested to see if they try and get it.
I mean,
before overtime.
As long as SMU gets them under 30, those ults, even if they lose, should be fine.
All right, Nano Blade comes out. Instant brick from Tanic. Does not want to die. Shatter doesn't hit anybody. And this Blade isn't getting those values I think they wanted it to. Tanic will finally fall to Jolt, but in the meantime, both tanks are dead.
The Blade does the damage, though. It's still winnable if you're on.
Yeah, Colby pops off name there, gets 4, in addition to the Blades too. Caballero is going to come back in and Lucio dies pretty quickly, though. Not enough stall. And they actually cap with over a minute left on the clock, which is clutch.
Score.
Colby pops off and gets from that point, which is very good for Charizard. That was basically the win condition. It's Colby popping off at that one.
Yeah. After the Blade isn't as massive as it possibly could have been, that 4K of just body shots was really, really what they needed. And it's looking really good for Charizard to take this sweep. I know in chat we've been seeing some people say reverse sweep coming out from SMU, but this is not the strongest start to a reverse sweep, guys.
They need to really just shut down Colby and Joel if they want to win this. That's what's been a problem.
Yeah. Definitely higher pop potential coming out from the from the Charizard DPS.
Ready for battle.
Because this is mainly SM's lineup, and guess what? Charizard doesn't have the starters in, so if you want to show out and not go reverse sweep, you really need to shut down the DPS, right? Which I think is the reason that SMU is losing right now.
Yeah. I mean,
Also, it could be a sub, like they sub in Darth and Yan for Kings, but they made the sub before the map shows, I believe. So
actually,
you never know.
You see Pigeon on the Hog, and to be honest with you, I like it. Hog can really punish Genji and Hanzo if they're trying to just dive into the backline. At least buy some space, hopefully, for the DPS on SMU to get the damage done. Pigeon's shown pretty reasonable kills. Oh, Hook 2.0 will stop that, but Triggered actually gets picked on Colby in the meantime. Puts them up going into fight 1. Darth Gamer dropping really low, so is Jolt. Jolt gets healed up though, and it's just more and more picks coming out from SMU. Jolt's finally gonna fall, and we just have Tyranitar stalling on point, and Yan completely zoned out in the back line.
I think Pigeon's making a huge impact, mainly onto the other DPS. Like you said, the Hog is a good pick.
Yeah, they've had a lot of trouble with Jolt just being in their face, and if you have a Hog gonna hit hooks, that's over. And they forget to cap. All right, on to streets.
Pigeon's very much known for his Hog and Diva and Sig. That's his pretty best tank, so he definitely can make it work.
Yeah, they missed the Halt Hook combo there, a little bit uncoordinated, but Trigger gets another pick starting this. Really good from the Darth Gamer, no shield, and that's going to open up Hook onto Yan. Yan falls as well, Jolt falls as well, I didn't even see it to Triggered. And that's a cleanup on first fight of streets. Pigeon getting another hook.
Pigeon is getting insane on the Hog.
Alright, that's a BM ult onto Kang. And instead of getting more cart progress, they're going to BM when you're down 2-0.
Sorry, fat finger. He got the bug.
Despite the terrible ult usage, SMU is actually up in ult economy in the immediate term. They have 3 ults available, but many ults coming online for Charizard as well. I'm gonna see
Pigeon
Yan
and
actually...
Tanic are on the flank, and you're gonna spawn get the Ana.
And just big reroll coming out from Tanic. This is gonna be streets. I don't think Charizard's gonna recover from this.
I think that was actually a smart play by Pigeon spawn camping the Ana, and the reason is they cut off all their main heals.
Yeah. And like they were so spread out there that basically SMU took the fights they wanted to take. They were able to get a reroll, pick off 2 people, and then just hopefully find out who they're gonna kill, or do whatever they did, and they got the picks they needed. And now they're on to the final phase with 5.5 minutes. Pigeon's gonna push heavy forward here, probably look for a pick onto Ana, maybe Widowmaker. Gets spotted out though and has to back up.
He's gonna go back in.
Tank being a weird spot. Should have died for that. And there we go, the pick onto the Widowmaker in the back line. And Pigeon's still up, full health, building ult charge. Looking for another pick in this hallway. Tank B's gonna fall in the meantime though, it's still an even fight. And there's the Nano Blade coming out from Charizard. Jolt coming in, already gets 1. Trying to slice Copy Dog. You know, Adifi threw out the beat there, and I'm not sure if it was worth it since they'd already lost 1.
He's going for another BM ult on the 3 people trying to kill him. He gets 1.
Yeah, this is definitely Smiley's game to lose at this point, and if they don't
Don't
lose it,
care.
it won't be for a lack of trying.
They're definitely just don't care. They're going for it. They're just going in deep.
Colby retaliates
Oh,
with a pick on the
Titanic.
Titanic, which is good. He's been having a lot of pressure like at the start of fights from Triggered's Widow.
Pitches just doesn't care. He's just going in deep. He's like, my series to lose, bud. They solo shatter Pigeon.
Don't even
He's
kill
still
Pigeon,
alive.
and they're still up. Colby still hasn't respawned. You see Yan and Tyrant are gonna fall
Big
early
huge
on.
call. Let's go for copy.
Yeah, and that's gonna let them just run in, take out the tanks in May. Alright. Stall time for Charizard Club.
Maybe
Tank
the
be
move was
running
like
into
a
spawn
spawn.
right now. Yeah, that's not gonna end well for you, dude.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Alright. Infrasight up for Colby. hopefully going to get the best of Triggered. Nope, Triggered still gets Colby, and that's been the story of this game in the Widow 1v1. Back and forth fight, though, on the cart with the rest of them. Tyranitar dropping really low, needs heals. Should be shield fading here, but it decides not to. Copy always going to get the better of him there. And that's a last point hold for Charizard Club, but they have to stop this cart, what? There's like 5 meters left for 3.5 minutes. If Smilers University was smart, they would build 6 ults at this point. They've already used 1, so I'm not optimistic on that.
I did sides to be fair though, so they do get a positional advantage at least.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily need sites for a team wipe ult, but it could be helpful, it could be not.
Triggered has just been a huge problem for Charizard Club at this point. Colby cannot keep up. Every fight pretty much starts with Colby dying on Widow.
It's because it has the fear of Pigeon just hooking him. When Pigeon is going for these drinks. So you have to watch
takes
it
out
like
a
a
DP.
Pigeon and the Widow.
And, ooh, there we go. Oh, Colby popping now. As soon as I call him out, Colby's like, excuse you, I know how to shoot. And who do we have trapped up here? Tanic actually trapped on the Reaper. Probably needs to teleport. We'll fade off into the side.
Pigeon's just BMing Tankster saying, I just wanted to say hello, and it's trying to spawn camp again.
Alright, and Tanic is gonna get staggered. It's another 20 seconds gone. Oh, the trigger will take out Jolt. We have a Widow 1v1 going on right here.
I really want to see Smiler's captors just because of the comedic purpose of this.
I'm gonna watch Triggered, see if we can find Colby again.
Colby's just playing mid, he doesn't give a fuck. Oh. They're
Dragon coming out, not a lot of value, but Tanic B's Reaper ult's gonna get a lot of value, taking out both snipers, and it is panic time for Charizard Club right now. Healer's keeping Darth Gamer alive, and they're gonna use a Flux, but I don't think we get enough damage to finish by it. Pigeon's actually gonna fall. Conjurer, my belief. Soundwave very, very low here, getting a lot of healing from the Moira, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. And Soundwave's down, and that's a lot of ults invested from both sides, but the downside is Smiler's U is down to probably minute territory, even if they were to cap now.
They just need a cap with time at least. And then they have Beat and the Bongo. That could possibly win a fight.
It could. They will
Bongo's
have
a very
pretty
underrated
soon.
ult.
Bongo's an underrated ult. It could definitely build in the hog ult if Pigeon pops. And a pick on the Jolt's a great way to start that.
It also amps the damage by crazy a lot, so it really could help their DPS.
Alright, they're going to use the beat early, though. Colby's going to take out Tanic to start.
Need to go crazy.
Yan dropping really low here. Needs healing from Tyranitar. Dies, but they still have Darth. Big presence on point here. DV's going to get a good boop kill, actually.
They have no supports.
Yeah, Smiles you very, very low. Soundwave probably one health
They just
here.
need to play behind the shield and help Pigeon get the picks, honestly.
Tyranitar actually tries to go in and finish Soundwave, although the cart has healed him enough that that's not possible. Yeah, and takes out Tanic, actually, and we're getting very, very close to no-win territory for Smilers right now. They need to win a fight, and they need to win a
Nade, it's gonna be huge.
That nade gets the kill on Soundwave and nades 2 more. DV's stuck over here on the side, probably gonna wait and try and get the last second touch. Nope,
They found
gonna
him,
die. Alright, there's no way SMU wins the game at this point. They can't push the cart in 15 seconds. So, the best they can do here is try and cap and draw. Copy Dog already used Fade, drops the Colby. Who's gonna touch here?
This very much looks like a loss for SMU already. Before the fight.
Tanic touches in time. Pigeon needs to get a 6k hodl for this to matter. And a DV puts one in the hole, but that's the best they can get.
And it looks like Charizard's gonna win the SMI.
Yeah, that's over. Very, very sloppy push from SMU, cost them the game. And cost them the series.
Play of the game.
This was a huge call. That's what's coming up with Copy. That was actually really smart.
Surrender to my will. Double, triple kill. Double.
And honestly, I don't know who the player to match it honestly is. I would say mainly probably Tyranitar. Tyranitar did get a huge lamp, had a good support ult, was pretty consistent.
Alright.
say that. I can even get them in here. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
hello, Tyrantar. You're player of the match.
why am I playing the match? What the hell?
Well, congratulations. You won the SMI.
Sure. Yeah, we get a birthday song now.
What? Who's the birthday song?
This is the birthday song.
Whose birthday is it?
Oh no, but they just sing a birthday song. Oh, they're doing it right now.
All right, that was a great interview with Tyranitar, player of the match from Charizard
Yeah.
Club,
Yeah.
carrying his team to the victory of the Smilers Invitational.
Hard carried so well.
All right, this is a great tournament, guys. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for tuning into the stream. I hope you had a good time in this kind of opening match for teams to basically get a bunch of good scrims, have a good time before the start of the Toker season. This was Ranter and Cal, and I think we're signing off unless Ranter has something else he wants to say to you.
Well, Pigeon wants to say something apparently. So.
All right, we
I'm
can get
interested.
Pigeon in here.
All right. What do you want?
So, I kind of want to apologize for my terrible behavior. I should have not solo ulted the Ana or specifically went out of my way to backline flank hooker, but I did. And I apologize for my actions of running Bermald comp several times while my team didn't want to, but we ran it anyways. It was a fun match, and hopefully next time the Ana could be a little bit more polite when I hook her.
All right, we can definitely end the stream on that.